For the times they are changing. What's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. Hope you're doing well, friend. I do genuinely hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, here in the Chelsea News studio to discuss. That's right, Chelsea News. Lots of things being said. Chelsea are appointing some new geezer called Chris. Ooh, what does that mean? We'll find out. Todd Boehly to scrap the Roman Abramovich loan army, Naz Kinsella writes. What does that mean? Where are we going? Where the ruddy heck is POCH? Etc, etc. In a world where we don't know what the ruddy heck is going on, my sponsor, OneFootball, is there for you. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful blue banner. That great alliteration there. OneFootball, totally free. Clean, slick, easy to use on your mobile device, or indeed a website if you just fancy it. You just click the link in the top of the description, go check them out, no cost to you, and you get notified about everything related in football, not just Chelsea, POCH stuff, Chelsea news, Chelsea, injury news, lineups for games, stats from games, transfer news, everything you could want. Simply click the link in the top of the description, go and enjoy yourself, and get that Chelsea news, not just from me, but on the go, with OneFootball, for free. Yeah. Alrighty then, we'll talk about POCH mainly at the end. We are going to do a winners and losers video, by the way, from Pochettino, which was, very popular when I did it with Potter. So I'll do it. I'll use the old green screen and I'll do an edit. The hot dog, I will. I'll edit a video. You watch me, I'll do it. Just have a coffee, take a deep breath, I'll just get in the zone. Anyway, let's see what's going on. The Athletic writes, Chelsea are set to appoint Chris Jurasek. He must have been the guy who created the dinosaur park. No? As chief executive. Chelsea is set to appoint Chris Jurasek. I don't know how else to pronounce it, man. Jurasek. So instead of Jurassic, we're Jurasek. As the club's new chief executive, the big boy, the top boy, Jurassic, has been working as an operating executive for Clearlake Capital. Hey, they're our owners, the US private equity firm that now co-owns Chelsea, the very same, alongside the consortium of investments including Todd Boehly. But no, if you believe the media, it's just Todd Boehly. He's the owner of Chelsea, nobody else. Which is clearly just very untrue. Todd Boehly owns a small piece of Chelsea. Jurassic, who is also chief executive of a dinosaur park, I promise I'm going to stop now, who is chief executive of a business funded by the California-based equity firm, has already attended some business meetings in view of taking the position at the West London club, where he will aid Boehly overseeing proceedings. So this is going to be a moolah situation. I saw Tifo IRL do a great video on Chelsea spend and talked about how we are down commercially, big time, financially. I mean, we knew that. Todd Boehly's spoken about that. It's been reported to death. Chelsea are just not making anywhere near enough money as they should be. Granted, you could say, well, spending 600 million on players surely isn't help. But, that's a strategy in its own, and the plan in its, in isolation. But yeah, Chelsea need to make more money. They need to make more money on tickets. We spoke about that yesterday, Chelsea statement. But yeah, we need to make some serious P's. Tom Glick, who was appointed as the president of business at Chelsea in July in 2022, is expected to report to Jurassic once he officially begins the role. So this is top boy coming in. Glick previously worked at New York FC, the City Football Group, of course, and was chief executive at Derby County in the noughties. Chelsea have enjoyed a testing season on the pitch. In what Clearlake and Boehly's first season is at the helm. Testing. Testing is a nice way that Simon Johnson of The Athletic has wrote this. It has been testing. Testing for everyone. Over 2 transfer windows, Chelsea spent over £500 million, but with the results sorely lacking, both Tuchel and Potter were sacked. And of course, Lampard's at the helm, and we await Mauricio Pochettino. Well, this is good, I suppose. If Chelsea need to make money, which we do, and this geezer's coming from Clearlake, and, Clearlake own our money. Look, this isn't planned for the video, but I'm gonna give you a hot piece of action here. Lucky you, eh? I spoke about this on my Instagram. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at Football Yannick. Football Yannick, one word. I guess it has to be with an Instagram tag, because I always do lives and stories and whatnot, and you might want to get a little bit more personal with me. Why wouldn't you? So at Football Yannick, it's probably a good opportunity now to ask you to drop a quick like on the video, because that's really lovely and sweet of you, and please do consider subscribing if you want to, only if you want to, and if you choose to do so, hit the bell. So I was looking at the owners' net worth. The big boys, the big movers and shakers in the Premier League. Now we know, of course, Newcastle and Man City are state-owned clubs, owned by Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia, respectively. Now, so they're going to be like silly money because of the nature of the ownership. So what are you looking at? You're looking at Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea. Didn't look at Tottenham, to be fair. Don't know what Enoch is or whatever, but the Glazers are only worth 2.5 billion. So the club is worth a lot more than they are worth, right, currently. If I'm to believe, if my research is correct, FSG and the Cronkies, which of course own Liverpool and Arsenal respectively, and Cronkies, Arsenal's, FSG, Fenway Sports Group, Liverpool, they're both, I think, like between 6 and 8 billion. So it's not that much if you think about the value of the clubs themselves. Chelsea's owners, or at least Clearlake Capital, who's the majority owner of Chelsea, it's like 70 billion, goddammit, billion, 70. So heck yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Chelsea owners are rich. They are very, very rich, richer than most, because I wasn't sure if we're rich. I was like, well, Sugar Daddy Roman, he had a few billion, and are we rich? These Americans consortium, like, coming together, were they just scraping money together between all of them so they can buy Chelsea? Are our owners actually rich? Because we're spending a lot of money, but are we rich? Turns out, we rich. Let's move on, man. Alright, Naz Kinsella has written on the Evening Standard about Chelsea's plans to change the Roman Abramovich era structure of the Lone Army. Now, we were known for the Lone Army, easy for me to say. For a long time, people took the mick out of us that, just buying all these players and sending them all God knows where, mostly to Vitesse, which, by the way, a story came out recently that Roman was funneling money into Vitesse Arnhem, which doesn't surprise anyone. But it was a good strategy and people said, oh, these poor players, they never get a chance. They all get careers. They all get paid. They all get looked after. Most of them have come through the academy, so they've had the best footballing education. They are fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they play well enough, they'll get chances at places, and they get the opportunity and loans at, respectable European leagues. So it was a good thing. You have security. Anyway, that's going. I realised I just talked up as a really good thing and then forgot the reason of this segment is saying that it's going. It'll make life easier and less stressful. Let's see what Naz writes. Chelsea will disband their Lone Army as part of a revamped player development strategy at Stamford Bridge. The move will bring an end to the approach under Roman Abramovich, which saw the club accused of stockpiling young players and abusing the loan system. That's what you want to do. Find a way to abuse the systems, as reportedly Bowley and Clearlake have done with the amortization long contracts that are probably going to change in the summer. At its peak in 2019, Chelsea had, wait for it, take a deep breath, 41 players out on loan. Many players were sent on multiple loans with no real prospect of ever playing for the first team, more than many I'd say. But under the new strategy, led by sporting directors Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, the footballing bros, only players viewed as genuine first-team prospects will be sent out on overseas loans, probably just to get game time so they can play in the first team. If Chelsea feel a player is not benefiting from the programme or is not in the plans for the manager, the club will sell. Sell, not loan. The move is partly a response to the new FIFA regulations, which will limit the club to sending out only 7 players on overseas loans next season. Yeah, it makes sense, really, doesn't it? From like a neutral perspective. Chelsea want to fill their allocation every season with youngsters they feel can make the grade at Stamford Bridge, because the new Chelsea, they want the bright stars of tomorrow. So they got to fill those spots really, really carefully, you know? If a player does not make it at Chelsea, it is hoped that any loan will have increased their value, earning for the club profit and sale. Yeah, so they are out to be sold, basically. Chelsea want to avoid the situation they had with Tamui Bakayoko, a £40 million signing from Monaco in 2017 that's barely played. He's got 2 years on loan. He's barely played 2 years on his Milan loan. It's likely Chelsea will be forced to pay the remaining of his contract, which has still got a year to run. We must have extended it in trying to like, I don't know, maximize the value. One of the greatest chance wasted on Tamui Bakayoko, and yes, I'm gonna sing it. Oh, Tamui Bakayoko, oh, together with N'Golo, oh, they never give the ball away. 1, 2, 3, 4. What a waste. Baba Rahman's another example of a loan strategy that we want to avoid. He's 28. To me, Baba Rahman's like 42. The 28-year-old has finished his 7th loan at relegated Reading. So is Cesare Cassade. You went to Reading, you know. The new approach will take time to implement, with the 31 first-team players listed on the Chelsea website and 21 out on loan this season. Chelsea want to offload, you know, lest we forget, like Romelu Lukaku as well. Chelsea want to offload as many as 15 players. 15 players during what's set to be a hectic summer. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're talking about the loan players, people were talking about like 8, 9 players in just the current squad. But you add the loan players, and yeah, absolutely. It's set to be a hectic summer, of course, as incoming coach Pochettino streamlines the squad. It needs streamlining. Dujon Sterling is set to join Rangers. Xavier Simons has been sold to Hull. Has he been sold? Malang Sarr, Ethan Ampadu, and Henry Lawrence are expected to leave. Well, Malang Sarr will leave. Malang Sarr was always going to leave. We signed him on a free transfer from Nice? Was it Nice? When a few clubs wanted him, but we offered him maybe wages, and we were like, free money, man. He's still only like 22, 23. He's a good player. Kind of versatile as a defender on the left. Left footer, of course, which generally people like. It's free money. You send him for 20 million euros, bam. Free 20 million euros. Signed him on a free. Bang, bang, bang. Ethan Ampadu, sad story, fair enough. Henry Lawrence, yeah. Pochettino will have his say on the futures of Romelu Lukaku, which of course is the elephant in the room. What are we going to do with him? Can you even convince him to come back and give it a crack? Because apparently Chelsea are going to try and convince Romelu to, or see, look, is it in you to have another go here with a completely different Chelsea, completely different new coaching staff, you know, all of this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Do you have it in you? And with the fans taken back, I mean, if he scores goals, then whatever. Chelsea fans are generally good at supporting the team, giving them a chance, you know, so maybe he would get a chance. Callum Hudson-Odoi as well. I mean, wow, this one kind of breaks my heart a little bit more than RLC. I'm a big Loftus-Cheek fan, but Callum Hudson-Odoi, I was there at the bridge, and Europa was his first goal and assist in that game. I can't remember the opposition, but incredible, man. What a talent. Of course, he did his Achilles like Loftus-Cheek, but he recovered quite quickly. I really thought the Bayer Leverkusen loan would be good for him. You know, under Jabin, he played as a number 10 for a little bit, and then they just bet without him out of the team. It's a shame, because what a talent when he was young coming through. Still only, 22? Super young, you know. Did my screen just disappeared? No idea why. The Chelsea Academy is a key part of the plans of owners Todd Bowley and Clear Lake Capital. Good. Ruddy good. It's mustard. You want Chelsea blood streaming through the first teams. You know, we all want that. Players of under the age of 21 and club trained will be exempt from the new FIFA limits on overseas loans. But are under 21-year-olds going to want to go under sea? Definitely not under the sea. Overseas. Maybe you could say, look, go to the Championship, do a Mason Mount, do a Fikayo Tomori, do a Tammy Abraham, do a Reece James. All these teenagers went to the Championship. Do a Conor Gallagher. They all go to the championship and do well. Look at them, they've all got stellar first team careers. You know, all played for England. So, geez, you know. Yeah, can you convince the kids to go abroad, essentially? Chelsea hope to emulate the multi-club model used by Man City to help recruit and develop stars. Despite their disappointing season, there is a belief that young players like Madueke, Fernandes, and Mudryk are showing promise. Well, yeah, bro. Hold on. Hold on. Nazar, big fan. Why have you just cited, you know, £230 million worth of players? Like, come on, they're showing promise. They Roddy better be, dude. Jeez. Andre Santos, I'm legit excited about him. 18-year-old, actually 19 now. We saw him for £16 million. Is set to join the squad in pre-season. We're also, so yeah, I actually think he's got a chance. Man, Andre Santos has just got a chance of being part of what we're doing. Why not? Why not? Especially if he's going for Pochettino. Chelsea are also pleased in how Gaga Slanina's first 6 months of acclimatization has gone in the academy. Yeah, he's settled in really well, the American. Chelsea could install a senior figure from Bowley's business empire as the club's new chief executive, according to the Times. Yes, Chris Jurassic, we have already spoken about. Where are you, Poch? He's magic, you know, Maurizio Pochettino. He should be here soon, isn't it? I'm sort of frantically waiting. I guess an announcement will be done after we play Nottingham Forest, which I will, of course, do a post-match presser for. Fabrizio Romano did report it's going well and essentially it's going to happen, but we wait, and when it happens, we will react to the Chelsea statement, headline, whatever it does, and we'll also do a winners and losers and much content on it. So, come along for the ride, boys and girls. Subscribe, hit the bell notifications icon. Thank you for liking, and I look forward to reading your comments. One love. Take care. Peace.